we are just starting out, whether it's a new career, hobby, activity, or anything we're trying to master, we often look up to those at the peak of their game and wonder how they managed to achieve such extraordinary success. It seems almost unattainable as we observe these icons and try to fathom how anyone could ascend to such remarkable heights in their respective fields. We convince ourselves that surely, these individuals were born with their talent and innate ability. Surely, it isn't something one can achieve, it must be a gift from above. In trading and investing, this sentiment is often amplified because the markets can be unforgiving, and it feels like we're constantly making mistakes. Yet, we see those who have reached our desired level, enjoying the rewards of their hard work, and there appears to be an enormous gap between ordinary individuals and those who have made it. But the reality is that everyone had to begin somewhere. He handed me a book on technical analysis, specifically, Technical Analysis of Stock Trends, by McGee and Edwards. He instructed me to read it, so I did. Then he told me to read it again, which I did. After another round of reading it, he said I was ready to trade. They all started as novices once. I spent countless hours at Baker Library just trying to grasp, trying to learn about finance. They all faced their own struggles and made mistakes. I had two significant learning experiences where I lost everything. I remember having $10,000 and it dwindled to zero. I managed to earn back about $20,000, only for it to drop to zero again. And I recall, are you using these small amounts for clarity? No. This was when I was 22 years old in 1978 or 1979, and that was an enormous sum of money at the time. I made numerous mistakes. That's just part of the process. If someone in the investment world claims they never made a mistake, you should be skeptical of them. They all had moments of feeling overwhelmed that I had to let go of people I cared about. 8 years after founding Bridgewater, I was so financially strapped that I had to borrow $4,000 from my father just to cover my family's bills. They faced the same doubts and critiques you will encounter on your journey. I remember my father coming to me a third time and suggesting I switch to something stable, like real estate. I told him I was sticking with this. When I graduated from the University of Nebraska, I applied to Harvard Business School. They scheduled my interview near Chicago, but after just 10 minutes, they told me I wouldn't be going to Harvard. They experienced times when everything seemed to be going wrong. They couldn't get anything right, and they contemplated whether it was time to give up. One day you walk in feeling like a genius because your positions are favorable, and the next day you walk in and they've turned against you, and you wonder how you could have made such decisions. But the key difference, what set the great apart from the good, the successful from the not so successful, and those who gave up at the first sign of trouble, was their ability to embrace failures and learn from them. If anyone told you this journey would be easy, they were merely being kind. Nothing with such great rewards, nothing that offers such self-fulfillment, nothing with such immense potential comes without struggle, without passion, and without a need for pure dedication. So yes, it's going to continue being challenging, but the blueprint is there for you to follow. Others have achieved what you aspire to do, and you can too. There will always be people telling you that you don't have what it takes to succeed in this, that, or the other thing, but make sure those doubters don't include yourself. Brush yourself off, embrace your failures, learn from your mistakes, and refuse to accept defeat. You've got this, now let's get to work.